it's been a few months since we have done our main campaign. Ellie went to Sweden for the summer, which looked absolutely incredible. Although there were ups and downs, as we know.
Yep.
If you follow along on the Discord and socials, you'll know the struggle.
I haven't actually shared much on the socials because I did that. That was a part of the problem. I did.
Oh, you really went off on the...
Yeah. And then that went viral.
Yeah.
So I avoided making it into a...
Ellie's famous on Swedish forums
exactly.
for houses. But now you're back.
I am back.
And then you went back to Sweden.
Yes.
Ellie came back. We didn't even have time to record. And then she went back to Sweden because she's very famous.
Oh my God.
What?
I have something.
Oh, okay. She went back to Sweden and went to a big event for Vasen and for TTRPGs in Sweden as a welcomed guest. She signed some things, which is incredible. People asked for her signature, and I was like, my wife is so famous. And then she came back home, and boy, howdy, we were both so tired, but so excited to be sitting next to each other. I said, this is great. We can sit next to each other so we can cuddle.
Yeah, we forgot a camera.
No,
that's not why.
We wanted to do this.
We are working on getting that second camera back, and also my hammer. I think you have my hammer.
Oh, I do. Do I still have your hammer?
It's not that I need it.
From this?
I don't remember.
It is from this. It's from this. I think I put it in my...
Sydney stole my hammer. My IKEA hammer.
What's so funny is I should have known. I completely forgot it was yours, but I picked it up the other day and I was like, this hammer's so small. I'm like, why would I buy such a small hammer?
I think it's perfect size.
It's good size for you.
But pivoting slightly back. So, yes, I've been to Sweden over a weekend. I had one gig and one huge event with Free League. There's the Gaming Congress, they call it in Swedish, Spelkongress. And frankly, it was probably one of the best events I've been to in modern history. No, but in in recent history, in this year. It was like I texted you. I was like, it was like a wedding for nerds. Like you went to.
But you said it was intimate.
It was so intimate but without it being like you have to be in the in group. Like I didn't know anyone hardly there outside of people I've talked to only online. But they and so it's always awkward when you meet people you've only texted with,
especially us nerds.
Oh yeah,
it's hard sometimes.
Yeah. So it was like set in the old Swedish archives of Stockholm.
Ooh.
In the part of Old Town. I don't know if you and Xavier saw Old Town.
We must have.
If you ever go back to Stockholm, we need to do like a tour of Old Town. It's like the coolest place.
It's the oldest.
It's the
town.
oldest town of
Stockholm.
Can you imagine if there's like a no? It's the second oldest. But that one burnt down. It always burns down. But so it's part of like that. So architectural, cool, medieval. Not medieval. I'd say 19th century, like Vasen times. And so they had it in the old archives. And they had made a custom-made Vasen adventure in the old archives. But apparently I talked to the writer, Kiku Puk, who helped with Lost Mountain. She was my editor. She's like, yeah, I've buried a bunch of secrets and clues, like, around
physically in the archive? Yeah.
But people didn't apparently get up because they're lazy nerds. And they were like, nah, I don't want to deal with this.
So I would have been flipping books. So I would have been touching things I shouldn't have been touching.
Exactly.
I would have been doing so much they would have come over and said, that's not part of it.
Exactly.
Don't pull that off the wall.
This item did not give consent, Sydney. I think, and so it made me think. I was actually talking to Thomas and Kiku, the people behind Free League. A couple of the people behind Free League. I've said this before. Apparently, there's 4 founders. Anyway, I talked to them, and they were like, it would be fun to make like even more, a virtual immersive. I'm like, say no more. No, sleep no more.
Yes,
Vasen,
and also like escape room-esque because like all the escape rooms, a good escape room has like really intricate clues and sort of puzzles, and to me that evokes TTRPG. I mean, some people really love actual physical puzzles in TTRPGs, and game masters will like hand out puzzles and stuff. I've never done that, but that's
I tried to give you and Anne a riddle once.
We sucked.
No, I think
Or
Anne
did we
got it
guess
immediately.
Anne guessed it immediately.
And I think you were like, no.
I'm
I
so
don't
bad
remember.
at I'm so
Me
bad
too.
at riddles.
I'm bad at puns. I'm bad at riddles. I'm bad at like jokes with like that are smart.
I think it's also I overthink it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, it can't be. That's too simple. Like I do
Yeah.
the same thing in video games because I'm so used to kind of puzzles in video games.
Yeah.
That I'm like, it can't possibly be. I just move this rock. So
Yeah.
instead, I'm searching the whole room and like it's just you move the rock.
Oh, yeah.
That
No,
sounds
yeah.
So also,
There's a whole clip of me in Little Nightmares where like, hey, you have to get into the box. And I'm like, what box? And I'm standing on the box.
on the box.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the sunglasses on my head. Where
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah.
That's so interesting that it's in the archive because I went to Edinburgh, which we talked about on our Birch Basement episode.
Yeah.
Go listen to Birch Basement if you're not.
Exactly. $5. Oh yeah, we should highlight that. $5. Join our Patreon, please. And thank you.
You'll get
Access. I think that that episode name, I named it like "Come on My Face" or something.
oh, Ellie.
But it was like because we were talking about
Something,
but not sperm. But it was still the title name, and I'm like, is this a good idea or is it
now
just
you
a
have
terrible
to
idea?
tell people if you want access to the "Come on My Face" video, it's $5 on Patreon. That's actually such a sly like scheme to get people to go and just name all the videos.
It's like
Something
adding
that sounds-
tits to your thumbnail in,
Oh,
in
yeah.
a YouTube
So
video,
true.
or like ass, or like you'll add the crevice behind your thigh and your knee.
Oh yeah, you squeeze
and
your
you're like
arm or
exactly, and
whatever.
be like, what part of the body is this? And then it's like, it's my father's thigh. Or
Yeah.
and
You
then
zoom
people are
out
like,
and
no.
you're like, it's my grandpa.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Edinburgh, for Edinburgh Fringe, I went with Chaosium,
Oh yeah. It's amazing. Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu, which is
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite games, and they are fantastic at Chaosium as well. But the only reason we really got to perform at Edinburgh Fringe, because I would say that TTRPG, actual play podcasts and live shows are still pretty fringe, even to fringe.
Yeah.
We played it at the Library of Scotland in Edinburgh, and they set the adventure in the Library of Scotland.
Exactly.
So like they told the library like, hey, it's kind of about the library, and the heroes are these investigator librarians, and like they're like the heroes of the story. So the library, I don't think they really understood what the game was, but it brings tourists into the library, it brings people to a show.
Yeah.
And the show itself, gets to be set there. And I'm like, this is how we get in.
Exactly.
We do a show
Yeah.
in the archives,
Yep.
based on the archives.
Yep.
With like physical clues.
Yep.
Could you imagine live show? How cool would this be? Live show. You're in this like immersive environment in the archives. It's
You
dark.
have to play a character, like you're handed out a character. You have
and
to.
audience, reach under your seat.
Yeah.
If you're in the left side of the room, reach under your seat. Somebody has, a clue or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There's so many.
There's so many things that like the I feel like there's like a million things you could do with this, and like I even pitched it to Chris, like and he immediately was like, oh my god, I would like to create like an adventure that is so hard, of like the Fibonacci numbers in like the word. I'm
Okay,
like, all
Chris.
right,
Well, no.
like let's not, but
I want it to be like
less math.
I walk in the morning. I walk on 4 legs in the morning. 2 in the afternoon. 3 at night.
What am I? I don't know. What am I?
Man. Man. It's man. You
It's-
don't know
it's
that
man.
riddle?
I know one riddle. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, give me.
My water, I have water, but it's not wet. I have sand, but it's not crumbly. Wait, this is not how the-
Come on, go. Keep going.
I have mountains, but they're not tall. What am I?
Mars?
No, a map or something like that.
Oh.
I fucked up the.
No. That's good.
But it's probably not said like it's much more.
See, no, this is why I'm bad at riddles, because obviously the answer is a fucking map. Why would I say Mars?
I don't think it's that obvious. But like
I don't know.
the way I even described it. But I also went like, okay, Siberia in the 19th century.
Where is a place in the world that used to have a river? The glaciers once filled. Now it's a valley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
But
this,
speaking of Spelkongress, the free league, so I went there and they also had different rooms. They had Dragonbane, the
Oh,
dungeons,
yeah.
And, like they had a championship in it, so you gather points.
While you play?
Yeah, like it's like you
Oh.
play for an hour trying to get like out of this sinking tower,
Ooh.
and you get points if you like the group you play with. You get points while doing it, and then one team wins at the end, and there's a ceremony, etc.,
That's
etc.
so fun.
It was like an interesting concept. I of course immediately trashed it. I'm like, who wants to play role playing like this? Like this sounds stupid. But I then actually witnessed it, and it sounded pretty funny. But I thought I'm like, wait, what? You're gathering points, and like so people are like rushing through the role playing part. And just being like, okay, I hit this monster with a, I win, you know.
It does add a strange, like, you win. Is that food I hear? Do you want me to just vamp? Waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. Left you by the house of fun. Don't know why I didn't come.
Does add to.
Come back.
You were saying.
I'll bring it back. It does add a strange, like you want to win the encounter or win the game, which I feel like is antithetical to TTRPGs. But for a live event or something,
Yeah.
and maybe for people who, you know, are not interested. There are some people out there who don't want to role play.
No.
They're not that into it, and that's fine.
sort of
I don't
the same-
understand you,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
It's the same with, I guess it's like more if you have the video game brain or like the
Yeah.
board game
Completionist.
or board game brain of
Yeah.
like, yes, Monopoly, I got the most money out of this. You know, like,
I mean,
I got
God,
the most points by doing this thing. You
I
know?
want to win board games, and I get
Yeah.
mad when I don't win. But
Yeah.
like, I don't have that brain. Yeah.
Yeah. But so it was that, and it was like intimate rooms, never felt crowded. It felt like a wedding in that you could go outside and talk to your, talk to someone.
A group and then another
yeah.
group, and
And it never felt like, sure, it was a lot of people. It was smelly because it was a nerd event.
course.
But it wasn't, you know, I'm a short person and every Swedish person is for some reason 6 foot and above. And I'm like,
what happened with you?
yeah, exactly. What went wrong? And so I get usually quite like overwhelmed by being like in people's
Yeah.
elbow, like what's this part? Armpit.
Armpits.
But it didn't feel like that at all. Like there's plenty of places to sit down. There's not some stupid fucking music ruining it. It didn't feel like a convention.
Yeah.
And then it got into like this wonderful 3-course dinner that
Whoa.
felt like also a wedding. Like it was just very nice. But I ran into, it was a bunch of Swedes there, but then there were 2 Brits, Matthew and Dave. And they are running the effect pod and gave me this, a special edition of Tales of the Old West.
Whoa.
And it's a role-playing game
Whoa.
set in the Old West.
Oh my God.
It is so cool. And I was like, Sydney, you're gonna fucking love
I was about
this.
to say, do you want me to run this for you?
Yes. I want to give it to you. They are,
Oh.
and I want
They
you
signed it.
exactly. They signed it. And I think this is like, it's a year 0 engine. So
Okay,
it's like, you know,
cool.
it's the one that we're already playing. And I think we can,
I just saw something that said "Rolling the bones." Hell yeah!
Rolling
Love
the
calling the dice bones.
I think like, because you know me, people know me. It's sort of also, you know, it's not mystical. It's not like a horror game. So,
I could make it a horror game.
but it's like, it's not Cthulhu or Vaesen, but it is,
Sick.
it's sick. It's the Western. It's like a
Sick.
Western game. And I love Red Redemption. You know, like I
Well,
talk about that all the-
yes, same. But also, we did a Western game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we retrofitted Vaesen to be in America, in
Yeah.
North America, in the Old West.
Our listener Jacob made the Vaesen monster, the Pine Fisher. It was a terrible
Yes.
creature who
Oh,
like
yeah, it
snatched
was
people and killed.
Terrible. But I love that too because, and we've talked about this. There is so much folklore in every part of the world, and
Yeah.
like it's so cool that I'm learning so much about Vaesen, something that I knew nothing about. I didn't really know about Swedish folklore. But who's to say that they don't travel?
I know.
Who's to say that, you know, a Vaesen monster could appear in the Old West? You know, like
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, I've used like inspiration from Delta Green for games that I've been run.
totally.
Like, you know, you can use things like I think you can absolutely mix role-playing scenarios and role-playing settings.
Tales of the Old West, and then the
Tales
big
of the Old-
stamp on it that's
Oh, yeah.
like Fasten Edition.
Fascinating. Yeah, this is so fucking cool.
That is wow. Thank you, guys.
So hopefully Sydney, I kind of want us to run this. Maybe this will be our season 4.
I could really dig my little mitts into that.
Yeah, because I think if you wanna GM,
Dude, are you kidding me?
Is this where we reveal that Sydney's the next GM?
I mean,
Is this when we decided and revealed in the same?
in this moment live?
Yeah.
No, but you know that I've talked about wanting to GM more.
Yeah.
I would love to GM. This game seems very cool. I'll have to read that book because I don't know anything about the game. But I love Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I've said it so many times. If I could just stay and play Red Dead, I would.
All right. Well, don't read the campaigns.
Oh, no, sorry.
We might run one of those.
It's gonna be and I think so that's what happened there. So and I came away from this Congress having met Johan Egerkrans, the one who made all the art for Lost Mountain, and also Anton Vitus.
You hadn't met them yet in person because
No.
you've only talked online.
Yeah, only and like hired Anton Vitus, who made this painting right here. He and he also made the character art of us.
Yes, and Ericsson did your book. Right?
Yeah. And he, so they were there, super nice, super sweet. Not like, it wasn't like awkward of like, like when it's, sometimes it's like that, but with them, they were just gave me a big hug and we had like fun conversations. And I met so many people who all were like brilliant people. Like they were like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing all the maps for Free League, or like I'm doing all the small little graphic details of, everyone had like super talent. And so having been kind of sad and upset about the state of the world, seeing AI, the rise of AI, every artist I know is struggling financially right now. And it's like being at Free League, who I know have a really strong stance against AI. And being surrounded by people who are like just doing it, loving it, like it just made me like, wow, the world can be like this. Why? So let's make it.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Only thing is that it was like 90% men, 10% women.
We're still working on that.
Yeah, we need to
working on that.
Yeah, we need to get, and then it's not Free League's fault. It's just that it's been a male-dominated interest and hobby for the past 40 years. Like,
and that's why we do what we
why we're
do.
here.
This is why we love TTRPGs and why we made a show where it's just two of us.
Yep.
Because we don't know any other women.
Exactly. Women are foreign to us.
Yeah, never heard of that.
But
just kidding. We're trying to get guests on all the time. It's just hard when you don't have any money or time.
Yeah, and also our guests live far away, and I'm insisting on everyone being in the same room.
Because Ellie also demands that she touches you under the table.
Yeah.
So she needs to. Ow.
Sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment.
We do. I was gonna say like, okay, yeah. Final thing we've talked. Oh shit.
I know.
We'll bullshit for 20 minutes, but I will say a final thing simply because the last thing they heard from us was pretending to be people.
Oh yeah.
There were so many, and this is the problem with playing remote, is that you pick up on cues when you're in the same room. A couple of times there were like jokes, like I made jokes about sexual, because Zach was like, I don't like sexual harassment or something, but he didn't say it as a joke, but he said like, it was one of those things that became like a joke, but he didn't mean it as a joke. And then, we started riffing on it. But then after a while, I got insecure about it. I'm like, wait, like, what if he got sexually assaulted? You started becoming like panicky about it. And then Thomas was like, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's a fine. But it went from, those ups and downs. And that stuff, when you're in the room, you can
tell.
You can tell. But when you're online and there's a delay, there's that pause of silence. And you're like, oh no, they feel like I just said
nothing is worse than trying to do improv or like comedy or something through online Zoom or like anything that has a slight lag.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's
so hard to read a situation. It's hard to land jokes. It's hard to get timing for comedic effect.
Yeah. You talk over each other all the time, so it's like kind of walk over the joke.
Yes.
And you hate yourself for being like, someone just did a great punchline and then I came in and ruined it. because the lag is just
Yes.
yeah. Now that's why. So for show purposes, I think being in the same room helps. However, for like financial, for easy, like it's so much easier to be online.
I mean, gosh, we would be able to bust so many more episodes out if it was just online.
Yeah.
I also have to say, I loved the Pretending to Be People arc. I love those boys. So if you haven't listened to it, if you're like holding off, go listen to it and then jump back to the main campaign. It's a really fun one-off.
And we're apparently playing video games with them on Friday.
Yeah. Well,
this might have been in the past though when this episode comes out.
I was gonna say I don't think this will be out, but I think we're gonna play.
We played 3 days ago. We played
Nuclear Nightmare
on
Twitch. So if you can't get enough of them, maybe check into me or Ellie on Twitch, and we might be playing some games together.
Oh yeah. All right. Do we want to dive into? We have to. We have like 15 minutes to do this. The entire new adventure. I've written on my notepad. Olaf.
Do you remember when Ellie said, "Sydney, you talk and I'll take these notes"? All she wrote was Olaf. So get ready for that.
I forgot the rest of the adventure. I was like, I'm not gonna look at my computer for once. I want us to have like a more
intimate,
like an intimate improv session because I think I memorized the adventure in my head.
On that literally one note that you took, cue the music.
All right. So where we left off is that you, a beautiful thespian, you had like, let's say you had like a 4-week run of this play.
Heck yeah.
So
I've been gone for a little while.
You've been gone for a while. Maybe you got a little pad in Stockholm. In
course.
Old Town near the old archive.
The oldest town in Stockholm. We don't know.
And you were enjoying yourself, but then eventually, you get the sort of hangover from it because the final performance happens.
Without any other weird stuff.
Without any, I mean, you gave the mask back to sort of Birch for safekeeping.
So the theater seems cleansed.
Definitely cleansed, but you haven't seen Strindberg since he like left from after the first, and like I feel like playwrights and directors, they do tend to do that. They're like so super there for the rehearsal period, and then you're just gone.
Once you do the opening week, they're like, okay, you're not messing up my show.
Exactly, which always feels. I mean, anyway, we're not gonna go on a tangent, but I'm just gonna say this. Sometimes that feels a little lonely as an actor if you're, a one-woman show. But you were not in a one-woman show. You were there, and also your co-star. Oh my god, I was like co-host. No, co-star. His wife Elsa was the director, and obviously you saw more of her. And so you were hanging out, having a good time, probably in Stockholm. A change of pace. But so it hits you sort of like a wall of brick when you have to return to Egerkrans and you immediately remember what awaits you. You remember sort of that world that awaits you, like the world of terrible things. You remember that Egerkrans used to have like torture chambers at the hands of your aunt. You gave a mask, a power item, which we discovered was a thing in Vaesen games.
Yeah, we knew that.
We knew that. So you have like in the occult library, I think you have like
a few items.
Yeah,
and like a curio cabinet.
Exactly. So you have the mask there, you have the fiddle there. I still don't remember if there's something else. Write in if you remember.
Isn't there like a bone or something?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll look at my notes.
Like when I looked at my notes, I was like, did she get something else?
Maybe not.
But the fiddle from Nicholas.
Yeah.
And then the mask is there. You haven't seen Francisco in a while. You know that like everyone sort of operates on their own.
I invited Francisco to the show. But he didn't come.
He didn't come, but Olaf came.
Olaf came.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the premiere, and Jonas Wenström came.
Of course.
Even Algot came.
Oh.
People supported you. People who love you supported you and came to see your show. They loved it. But now you're standing outside Egerkrans with your bags. What do you do? Meanwhile, I'm going to look at my notes on my computer.
I thought you were about to just pull open the Old West book, and you're like,
Exactly.
meanwhile, I'm going to think about the next adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, I'm in the West.
I'm in Michigan. I think, yeah, Eliza has arrived back at Egerkrans, and is standing outside, and it feels not quite like coming home. She had only sort of just settled in. She had been there like a few months and started to redo things and fix it up. And then she left, and it's been kind of tumultuous and kind of emotionally unsteady for her. So what she thought she would be feeling coming back, sort of this like, oh, it's so nice to be home, she doesn't quite feel as she steps onto the property. But as she passes through the gate, she almost immediately sort of looks to see if things have been kept up. Like she can't help herself. And she peers over at the garden area. Is it still...
It's pristine.
It's pristine.
Algot has really taken it upon himself to like take care of the home.
She trusts Algot. I mean, she knew he would.
And you feel like a whiff of cinnamon buns, freshly made cinnamon buns.
And yeah, she catches that on the wind. And that does make her feel more at ease. It's... Yeah. I don't know what she thought she would see coming up to the castle, that it would be abandoned again. It would be decrepit. It would be lights out, and it's not.
It's like my favorite word in Swedish, vemod. It means that you're both sad and happy.
Oh.
And it's like you come home, and it's the same feeling I have when I come to Sweden and I leave Sweden.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go back to New York. I'm excited to like get into the hustle and bustle again. But every time like I come home to my parents' house where I grew up, I'm like, is this still home?
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not my home.
But it's also aged in a way, and it's. It's like it's truly like a sad, happy feeling. Bittersweet.
How do you pronounce it? Vemod.
Vemod. It's
Vemod.
Vemod.
Vemod. Yeah.
It truly is like, yeah. It describes perfectly a lot of feelings that goes through Swedes, I guess.
Oh, all the Swedes out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've established now that she was speaking Swedish for that entire play, and she knows Swedish well enough. And I think maybe that word comes to mind.
Yeah.
As she enters back into Egerkrans. Yeah, Vemod. She walks in.
Do you want Birch to immediately stand there?
Obviously, yes.
I'm just like, I have news of
She knew. Yes, she knew. I mean, she knew I was there. Like,
Yeah,
she knew I was going to be home.
Yeah, and
how, we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And you have sort of set her up to research the mask. She is the mystic after all of this house. It's the recruit. So how about you roll learning?
Okay.
Right, we don't have your character sheet. I forgot about that.
Don't we... Some things we thought were here. Some things we thought were at my house.
Yeah.
But I think my learning was a 4.
Yeah.
And
plus you probably had like 4 in
6. I think it was 6 die total.
Okay. And we'll have a couple of rolls, and we'll just be like,
2 successes.
Okay, perfect. So Birch will approach you and have that look of like maybe private conversation, as if this house is anything but private.
Yeah.
And she takes you to her occult library.
Yeah.
And shows you a couple of
in the
books
basement
that make zero sense to you, because it's just like, as you can see here, you can have this thing and this thing, and
I'm like still holding my hat and
exactly.
my bag. Like Algot didn't even get to get me yet,
and she's like one of those people who like maybe she talks while like she's not looking at you, she's talking to herself.
She talks at you and sort of through you,
and it's like, that doesn't make any sense with this symbol and this symbol, and
but
then
What are you trying to tell me?
It's a very evil item.
What is?
This, and she hands you the mask. You can touch it. It's not dangerous unless you do a blood ritual.
The last time I touched it wanted me to put it on.
Oh yes, but just ignore.
And she kind of puts down her bag and her hat, and she like gently takes the mask again. Does it look any different?
No, but I mean, you're infected by it immediately. Birch is full of shit. But,
what the hell?
but it affects you in like that you can still like
yeah,
it's like the ring.
I sense that same pull. Yeah, it's like the ring.
Yeah,
I sense that same pull. Maybe I hear that voice.
Yeah,
you know. And she just is like holding it, looking at Birch, looking at the mask.
I see. And then she takes it away from you.
Do you not? Do you feel nothing?
You just have to ignore the voices. There's so many voices. And she waddles away.
Birch, and I like turn around one of the shelves of the library, and she's just like not there. Birch?
But Birch will give you, thanks to your successes, is that, and it's incredibly ancient.
Okay.
And she can't pinpoint, that's what she tried to explain in her books, like she can't pinpoint to from what era or even origin. She was just like, I suppose Roman Empire, but then why would they have like, and she's getting into like the details of like this, you see this carving right here, that suggests Mesopotamian, you know, and so a lot of that stuff, but she's like, I had a conversation with it. It is possible to grant wishes, but the magic is cruel and evil.
Perhaps that's what was going on at the theatre. It wanted me to put it on, to be successful. Perhaps it draws upon artists or those looking for fame.
And also a slight detail, it appears there's a woman trapped in it.
Right.
But in order for her to have been trapped,
she put it on.
She must have put it on, but also committed some sort of blood ritual that requires the death of a child.
What? Death of a child? And Eliza's thinking back. I mean, this has to be what's her face who went missing.
Yeah.
But was she pregnant?
I don't think so. I think she might have committed a heinous crime.
And just for my memory too, because we recorded that episode so long ago, there was like no indication of any children.
No.
Like
no missing children
no
as far
missing
as you know. But you do know that there's like, you're not like entirely sure what Birch is trying to tell you, but since you rolled well, you get the sense that either this woman got trapped in there because someone else committed a blood ritual, or she herself killed a child,
right,
in order to get
the
wishes.
But that wasn't in any information I learned. Okay,
not that
interesting. Okay.
So you're discovering now that like, oh God, this woman is what you thought was an innocent woman trapped forever. But in order for this mask to be even activated,
you have to do that. Birch says that in less words. Maybe she doesn't know as much. But as she's talking, Eliza is just sort of looking at her mouth moving, and just says, "Lock it away."
That's what I thought. We can look at it later. In
I don't want anyone to know about it. Only you and I. Is that clear? Not Olaf. Not Algert.
Your secret is kept secretly with me.
Say secret one more time.
Secret. She locks it away with experienced midwifey hands that still look so frail. Like she's so old. You can see the veins very clear on her.
And yet she has such a strong grip when she like grabs you or like touches you.
It's like full of warmth.
Yeah. Grandma's hands.
Yeah. And a climber.
And a climber.
And boulder. Like she goes
I look at her hands. I'm like, do you boulder? Yeah. Whoa. Do you climb at Vital Gym?
Hey.
She does little pull-ups with like just the one joint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vital Gym, Brooklyn.
Ugh.
I wish I could afford that.
Oh,
I wish
same.
a part of me, I wish I could afford living in that area.
I wish I could afford the lifestyle of people who go to Vita. They have like a bar.
I know.
You can like drink a beer while you climb. And I'm like,
it's next to McCarran Park in my favorite part of Brooklyn.
it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's and when I'm saying expensive, like I told some Swedes what I pay for daycare here, and they wouldn't believe it. So I'm
Shit
like,
their pants.
Yeah, I'm like, when I tell you what a 1-bedroom costs in Greenpoint,
or a gym membership.
yeah, and spoiler, it's like $7,000. It's and I'm not even being like, yeah, you know, it's
No, it's
true,
unlivable.
Unlivable, unless you're a Vital Gym person, which I wish I was. Would have been cool. Anyway, Birch locks it away, and then she goes on her business. And it's Sunday morning. You did your last show last night. Algot has prepared breakfast as per usual for you. So, you know, you can take off your hat and have breakfast immediately if you want.
Yeah. I think it's almost also like being thrown right back into it is kind of nice. Like it's immediate distraction and she doesn't really have time to think. So she deals with that with Birch. And she comes back upstairs, and Algot is like waiting for her, like knowing that she was home. And she's like, "Oh, God!" And she gives him a big hug.
Oh, yeah.
And she pulls back and she sniffs. Have you made cinnamon buns?
I have, in fact, a whole length. And then you see that it's a very special, like it looks like one of those Krinsekrans, whatever the
like
Danes
braided.
call it. But yeah, it's braided cinnamon bun-ish, and so you can take several bites. It's very delicious.
She sets her hat and her bag down, and she's like, "We'll worry about that later."
Yeah.
And she sits down. She says, "Bring us 2 teas. Let's chat."
All right.
And they have breakfast, and she just kind of wants to be filled in on anything she's missed at Egerkrans. Like, has anybody come by? How are things going? Is there any problem she should know about?
Yeah.
How's Olaf?
Yeah.
She doesn't directly ask, I think, about Olaf, but she kind of hints at, Birch seems well.
Yeah.
How's everyone else?
And upon, thinking of him, he appears. It's on a Sunday, and he is very pointedly not in church.
Yeah.
He usually attends church,
Right.
Very like
Religiously.
Yeah, literally religiously. And but he hasn't been, and you know that, it's sort of part of his downfall. But he, for at least, does not look like he's hungover. He actually looks quite good, perhaps better than you remember him even.
How dare you put words in my brain? Yeah, she.
Have you been working out?
She turns when he walks in. Olaf. I mean, yeah.
You're back.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
So he's happy to see me.
Yeah.
Okay. Things were tense. We left things on quite a tense note.
He's extremely tense and weird, but
He seems happy.
unfortunately, he doesn't remember how bad he treated you.
Yeah, that was a weird night. She stands up though. She is happy to see him.
Yeah, he gives you a kiss on your cheek. He doesn't start making up with you. No, but he gives you a polite kiss. Actually, maybe he takes your hand and kisses it instead,
okay.
keeping his distance. And then he joins you, the two of you.
So then, she kind of opens it up to both of them, and she says, "So, what have I missed? Any responses to the papers or people coming by or?"
It's been quite busy. I've been, and his background in private investigation, he's like, at this point, I'm getting almost as much work with these other things than I get with the others. No, so we have made a couple of new, we've made a couple of new introductions with some people I think you would actually like, Eliza, quite a lot. And
clients?
Clients and potential recruits. And this will be what we'll do as
Downtime?
as the downtime thing after this next leg of the adventure, when we have your character sheet.
Don't yell at me. I'm just a girl.
But she will basically so when you level up next time, but the thing is, I owe you level ups, so we'll have to just make a little mental note.
Yeah, it has been. It has been.
It's been fire. It's been the dragon thing as well. Yeah.
And then the
The
theater.
latest one, yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Ooh, I'm owed some coin. I'm
Yo.
owed some rooms.
exactly. And then you hear someone's at the door. Algot immediately goes up, and because it's rare that you get visitors on a Sunday, but
Eliza's kind of like listening,
Yeah.
drinking her tea.
and it's a messenger, and
A courier.
and Algot returns with a tray, and on it there's a letter, a telegram.
Algot, there's so much dust in the castle.
Oh,
Perhaps. What's that?
It's a letter from you. It appears to be from your mother. I will take care of the dust immediately. And he, ashamed,
No, I made him feel
brings
bad.
out his dustpan and everything else.
Oh
It's
my
just-
god.
And then starts suddenly a bunch of young women, ladies' maids
Swarm.
appear and then just start cleaning up.
Yeah, that's going on like in the background
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Eliza looks at the letter and you see her face kind of change. She looks immediately like flat. Like she
Yeah.
sees it's her mother. She looks immediately flat. But then you see a hint in her eyes of like concern because the only reason her mother might be reaching out is that somebody died. Like they don't talk.
No.
So she immediately flips it over and grabs a knife from the table and
Yeah.
opens it.
It reads, Eliza, your father has passed.
And she just holds the letter
Yeah.
to her chest. Like she knew. She
Yeah.
knew it was going to be something. She holds the letter to her chest. Doesn't even look at Olaf or anyone. All this commotion in the room now
Yeah.
cleaning. And she slowly just like brings it back and kind of covers her face a little bit in case she starts to cry.
Please come home at once. We must put him to rest. I cannot do this alone. Olaf sees that this is not good news.
No.
Considering what his, a couple of weeks ago, or months ago, I guess at this point, he got a bad letter from his brother. Eliza, are you all right?
She folds the letter neatly, folds it back up. My father has passed.
My goodness, I'm so sorry. He embraces you, takes you in his arms.
Yeah. She can't cry. It won't come to her. She thought maybe she would, but she doesn't. She feels a little numb. She can't quite process it. And she pulls away from him. I have to go back to London.
Of course, anything you need. We'll arrange it immediately. I'll come with you.
And she pauses and slowly turns back. You what?
I think you needed someone to accompany you. It doesn't have to be me but someone. Please don't go alone on this. You're in no state to be by yourself right now.
She just like grabs his hand, not even looking at him, and nods. Tomorrow?
Yes, of course. And he will take care of everything in terms of like the logistics of that. And you can journey there by train, then boat, and train. And then the manor, like your estate, is like slightly outside of London. I made up a name, then I found out that there is...
It exists.
Exactly. The village of Widmore, between
perfect.
London and Oxford.
Well, when we lived there, it wasn't the other village.
Yeah.
And then they named the other one after this one.
Exactly.
Because this one burnt down.
Yeah.
Because they always burn... Everything old
Yeah.
burns down, and
They-
then they rename it later.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Okay, great. How long do you think that takes?
It would take a while, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like you need to come home immediately.
It's going to be as immediate as possible.
Yeah. So perhaps you even leave that very same afternoon, getting on the train.
Yeah, if they can get a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you journey there. You take the. And I'm trying to find an ending. And right, so you hop on the train. Olaf looks at you with those he's trying to not look at you with pity. Yeah, but it's hard. And then he is also mindful of his distance towards you, but it's also clear that he needs someone to take care of to feel good. So he's not being the dick he's been in the past few weeks. So this, in a way, this weirdly helps him, even though it is sort of fucked up that this helps him. And he's being patient with you. If you break down and cries, he'll be there for you, but otherwise he leaves you alone.
And I think, as they're on this train, perhaps it's just like him sitting with her and she's asleep, like exhausted. Just maybe this is like the second train, the train, the boat, the train. And she just like has her head against the window, and maybe he, puts a blanket on her or something. It's sort of these unspoken things.
Yeah. And eventually you get to London after like the city of London. And how does that make you feel, you think?
Ooh, almost culture shocky, because she's been gone for so long, and London is so loud.
Yeah, I'm thinking like King Cross Station. I think that should have been. It probably was there already. Then I haven't.
Why not?
Yeah.
But it's so loud and like compared to, especially Uppsala, like dirty. Like it's it has so much more infrastructure, but at the same time, if you guys were aware of what London was like, it was not good. They did not have good plumbing, good sewer systems. London still suffers from water issues to this day because they just don't have the infrastructure. So
the entirety of London was like covered in fog and shit in the 40s. Like
they literally had toxic fog.
Yeah.
Like fog where it'd be like, close the door.
Yep.
Get inside. Like, don't breathe that.
Yeah.
So it's very industrial, and it's like, maybe there is a comfort in the noise, because she's like, I don't have to talk.
Right.
I don't have to think. I just need to figure out how to get to this train to get up north. But I haven't been here in so long. I like have to think actively about how to do it.
Right.
It's not muscle memory. But it doesn't feel like home again. She's in this very transient time. Like she doesn't feel at home anywhere.
Yeah. Since you're sort of in a hurry, and I'm thinking this journey might have taken you 4 days at least.
Yeah, at least.
At least, probably more.
I was thinking a week, yeah.
Yeah. But you immediately get into a carriage. Olaf comes with you to the village of Widmore. But then there's the last leg of the journey is, of course, to your estate, where the manor where you grew up. Olaf stays back in the village. He's staying at an inn, simply because he figured you should talk to your mom
first
privately, and then if there's anything you need, send for me. I'll come immediately.
Thank you so much, Olaf.
Of course, and promise me you will reach out.
Of course. And she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she like wants to say more. She's just so empty. She can't think of what to say. She can't be comforting to Olaf, right? Like she can't add anything, and she just kind of fixes his like collar on his jacket a little bit, and then holds his arm, and then gets into her carriage.
And it's the weather sort of matches your mood. It's a gray day. It's early November. And so, English countryside is so cool because the setting is like terrifying.
Oh, like a grim fairy tale.
Yeah, it's like it's mists everywhere. It's a thick fog. This one is from rain, not from smog. And the leaves have fallen from the trees, so they look almost skeletal. Like it looks like skeletons. Just imposing, like you're suffocating as you're traveling down this mud road. And then eventually you see your old house. It sort of rises tall through the mist. And it's a gray manor. Like it's built probably like the architectural style of the 1800s. And there's a lake next to it. A lake you are very familiar with. You used to swim in it. It used to be a lot of fun. And then there's also the forest, which you're also very familiar with. And one thing you notice, though, that strikes you as slightly odd is that the reflection of the house, it looks different. Like, that's not the reflection you remember. It looks as if it's closer, and it's a sharp image. Like, it looks like almost like a perfect mirror of the house.
In the lake?
Yeah, the lake like mirrors the house in a way that makes you like, wow, that's so sharp.
Because it's so still?
It's so still, but it's also like photographically sharp.
Okay.
And as the driver stops by the gate, you see one light inside the sort of main hallway, and the door is open, and you see the silhouette, and it's your mother. And that's where we leave. And we'll do this sort of sad, super sad story next week.
Yeah. Stick around.
Stick around and have fun.
Wow, I did not know we were going in this direction. I knew nothing about where this adventure was going, so this is so interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's going to be interesting to see how sad it gets or if it just gets...